next we're going to move to our industrial update. Bob Delaney is going to be presenting our industrial update for us. He's a vice president at CBRE in the Industrial Properties Group, along with his partner, Tim Healy. Bob moved to Tucson in October 2007 after a successful 25-year career in brokerage in Boston, Massachusetts. Bob is married with 3 children, 2 dogs, and is a big basketball fan. With that, Bob.
Good morning. I'm tempted to say with no further Mamadou after last night. Really fun game to watch. So I'm going to race through some statistics just to give you a perspective, because I'm constantly asking myself as an industrial broker, where am I or where are we? And this just shows from Tucson, my world in Tucson since 2007. And I just want you to look at the far right column where our inventory is. We track about 35 million square feet, and you can see the southeast market, the airport, and the northwest submarkets are the largest in our market. This takes a look going back to 2007 at new construction. Almost all of this is built-to-suit activity. We're not a big spec market. There were some spec developments, but mainly built-to-suit. Net absorption, I would just call your attention to the fact that we're about to complete our 3rd year of positive net absorption, and I think that's an important factor when we think about new construction opportunities in Tucson. Availabilities, again, you can see the average vacancy rates just kind of slowly drifting down, but nowhere near where they were back in 2007 at the peak of the market. And then just a quick look at the major segments. You can see how the major vacancy in the largest sector is warehouse distribution at just under 18%. And that's some big box space that I am confident will start to lease, and it's happening right now. So didn't break this down by quarter, but these are some significant leases that have happened recently, some renewals that I think are important, and then the 3 investment sales. This is kind of Tucson. We have an optics firm, we have a defense contractor, and we have a call center, and these are deals that have happened recently, and the corresponding cost per square foot, sales price per square foot, and cap rates, although Wyatt will correct me on the cap rate of the Raytheon deal, but this is right out of CoStar. Some user buyer activity, a couple of these I'm not sure have closed, but are in process. And then you can see some build-to-suit activity. The last one, the Roche Ventana up at Tangerine I-10, very interesting deal in a Cottonwood property development, 60,000 square foot fully air-conditioned warehouse. And that'll kind of represent the northern frontier for distribution in our town. Industrial land is quiet. There's stuff going on, but behind the scenes, I think people are looking at their pricing. Some folks are rezoning property to I-1 or CI-1 and doing maybe a little upfront due diligence to get ready for the hoped-for party. And then we do have these big boxes still out there, large chunks of industrial space that keep that vacancy rate up a little bit. So some trends, nothing really earth-shattering here. I would just say that second bullet from the bottom interests me. I've been working on a couple projects where long-term corporate tenants have not been taking care of their buildings. I think that there's a lot of deferred maintenance in our market in terms of the sort of horizontal, the parking lots, the roofs, the HVAC systems, and that's going to come home to roost at the end of the leases. And just some pretty decent activity in the old central market of Tucson. Small users like to be there, particularly the trades. This is a repeat of a slide I showed, but it kind of ties into the infrastructure discussion. This is an attempt to quantify demand. So we had 35 million square feet. We have 30 million square feet, the way we whack the market up, of occupied space. That's the demand for industrial space today in Tucson, and we'll see growth in organically, but these huge markets that surround us. Phoenix is a big feeder to us when operators come down here to open up and service our local community. And then just the cost of business in Southern California, and these are huge markets, and as was discussed earlier, we're kind of strategically located between them on I-10, on the rail, and any future business coming up from Guaymas or from the Maquiladora sector in Mexico is all good news for us. So we are in a strategic location, and it kind of ties into the infrastructure. I thought I would talk about maybe the least sexy, this comes right from Trio, but if you add up all the numbers, and I think these are maximum employment numbers for these call center, that's 17,500 jobs. That's a lot of space, and they may not be high-paying jobs, but if you assume 100 to 125 square feet per employee, that's a couple million square feet of demand, and something as you design your sites for the future you want to keep in mind, so you have the ability to deliver the 8 to 10 parking that these call centers want. And there's kind of a steady supply of these looking at Tucson. And then just finally, I'm most interested in development opportunities moving forward, and these are kind of, as I see it, the steps to positive, to new construction, and that is sustained positive net absorption. I think we've got that. Limited options for quality, functional industrial space. I think those opportunities are dwindling. That 10 to 11% vacancy rate for functional space is probably half that. We are seeing build-to-suit activity, but what we haven't seen is rent growth. There's still a good spread between current rental deals, market deals, and what it costs to put up a new building. What I see happening is people dusting off their site plans, and having folks like the industrial brokers in town marketing off those development plans. People need a picture, I think, when it comes to dirt, of what can be done there. And then we'll get to speculative development when that rent spike occurs, which can happen quite quickly once we run out of competitive product. I was up at our Phoenix Industrial Group's meeting, and they're seeing, they're ahead of us. We're probably 18 months lagging behind Phoenix, but good centrally located land is trading at a premium. And so that's what we're seeing out there in the marketplace.